new era, baby. Ew. My love is not that blind. Relax.
So show me, Lord, how to love like you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chim and you're welcome to One Chim at a Time. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Welcome. We missed you. If you're new here, don't be shy. Join in on the phone. Welcome. I realized like I haven't ever done an introduction video. Some people know me, even me, I don't fully know everything about myself, and I feel like this is a very good opportunity to just get those questions in the know, find out what I know, find out about myself, find out some things, ask myself some questions. So I consulted a very trustworthy source to give me some questions, and I'm going to be answering these questions for you today, and just so that I can also know a bit more about myself and you can also know a bit more about me. Do you guys like the way I styled my hair today? I think like it's a very bold thing for me because I rarely ever do things like this. I have the questions down here in my phone, so that's what I'll be looking at. If I forget to edit out any pauses, just realize like I'm looking through the questions to see the ones that I'm comfortable answering. So let's go. So the first question is, what is the meaning behind your name? Now this is such an interesting question because my full name is actually Chiamaka. Most of you here know. And one of my cousins, when I came up with this my channel, she was like, who is Chim? Who is Chim? Like really hating on me. I was like, it's a new era, baby. My full name is actually Chiamaka, and just like a handful of my friends used to call me Chim, like a handful. And I thought it was always a cute nickname. Like I have so many different variations of Chiamaka shortened to be a nickname, but Chim was always so cute for me. Chiamaka means God is beautiful or God is good. I am Nigerian. I am from Delta States and I'm from Asaba, so it's like the Igbo part of the Delta States. Let me just be careful what I say because we made a pact to learn Igbo this year and they would not be happy if I say anything that will butcher this where I'm from. So let me just be very careful of what I'm saying. What is a random fun fact about me that most people don't know? I actually hate questions like this because I get a blank. Random fun fact about me. Okay, I don't know how to visualize numbers. I feel like a lot of people think it's normal, but I don't know how to do it. So you know how you can just like scan a room and say there are about 20 people in here? I absolutely cannot do that. Like, yeah, I think it's random and I think it's interesting. I don't know how to do that. If I had to eat one meal for the rest of my life, what would it be? The thing about me is I love good food. Like, I love a good meal. Maybe ayamashi. I love that stew, eh? Ayamashi and chicken. Ayamashi and chicken. I'm okay. What is the best compliment you've ever received? It used to be physical compliments on my facial features because growing up, I absolutely did not like my facial features. I thought some things were out of proportion and I was like, this is not my vibe. So growing up and getting complimented on these features, it makes me feel like, But right now, I think is when people tell me like I'm glowing or I have a peaceful aura. Oh my God, I love it. Or when they just say like I light up the room, I am cheerful. Things that just associate me with joy, peace, and Jesus joy, you know, all those things. I think those are my best compliments now. Like if you just be like, wow, there's just something so warm about you. Girl, I would never forget you. Why did I start YouTube? I said this in the last video, in one of my previous videos, of how I've always sort of created content. I had a business back a few years ago and I enjoyed it. I'm still thinking about that business. I'm not even going to let that business die, but I enjoyed that business and I created a lot of content for it, and I felt like I enjoyed it because I started getting more comfortable in front of the camera, like slowly and surely. Initially, I wasn't as comfortable, but later on, I started getting a bit more comfortable and I started having more fun. So I've always just had this creative outburst of, oh yeah, I want to create content, but I felt like YouTube was a very big step and I wasn't sure how to sneak into that space. But then I got a nudge from the Holy Spirit, and you know, like there are things where God just puts it on your heart and you're like, this is something you're supposed to be doing. You don't know exactly how or when it will click or why, but you just know that this is something you're supposed to be doing. So that was it. That is why I started my YouTube. We'll figure out why eventually. It will come out. I trust God that He will take total control of the situation and He will not allow me to go astray. So that is why I started YouTube. What is the biggest challenge of being a content creator? Let me even just tell you, I don't even need to think too much about this one. I feel like I am a struggling, mysterious girl. And everybody disagrees with me, but that's everybody's business. And this is why I'm saying it. I don't know what to share online. I am very quiet in the sense, like, I don't talk too much about things that I'm going through or that are happening with me. It doesn't necessarily have to be like I'm depressed, I won't tell anybody, no. It might just be something small like, oh, I started a YouTube channel and I will not tell anybody. Sometimes I do be like that. But then being a content creator means you have to be vulnerable to a point where people online can relate with you and what you are saying. And if you are not being real, there's nothing to relate with. You cannot plaster on a fake face and somebody will believe it. Like, it's so unoriginal and unauthentic, or inauthentic. What's the word? I don't know. Please, it will come up here. But because of that, I have to be real. And because I have to be real, I have to be more open and say some things and just, you know, allow some things be out there. Like, even one of my friends was telling me this thing when I was saying her, like, this is why I'm struggling, which was like, I mean, what's the point of life anyway? Like, just say it. So I just don't feel like it's a big deal. It's just things of, I struggle with being able to say, oh, this is what I'm doing, this is what's happening. How do I come up with video ideas? I think it's a mix of everything. I heard one of my favorite creators say once that she gets inspiration from everything, and I really picked up on that. It's a mix of everything. You think about your daily life. Like, I don't even think I'm going to be commenting on this because I barely have up to 10 videos on my page. Okay, I mean, except Vlogmas videos, but it's a mix of everything. My daily life, what I'm planning to do today, I'm like, okay, what can I film from that? What can I create from that? If there's something I want to explain or talk about, what can I do about that? I haven't yet gotten to the teaching aspect, but I used to do a lot of teaching when I had my business because it was tutorial based and, you know, things like that. So I just draw inspiration from there. And also people, like, how can I do this differently? Do I have a different method of doing this? Do I have a similar method of doing this? Would people be interested in seeing this? Is this something that I would like to watch? Because I work remotely and I like to have white noise in the background, and most of the time YouTube is my go-to. I am constantly watching different creators that make like daily vlogs, slow vlogs, that kind of thing, just to like something is playing in the background while I'm working. And if there's something like I would like to watch, like, okay, can I create something like that? You understand? Do you ever get nervous filming in public? I mean, the question should be, do you not get nervous? Because I am always nervous, man. Especially because I have to do this. Doing this is the worst. If I was doing this, I can easily just pretend like I'm on a FaceTime call and that's your business. For doing this, I'm so shy. I get so nerve-wracked and yeah, Basically, I get nervous by shooting in public or by filming in public. And there's some really cool shots that I want to try, like leaving your phone and walking. But I'm so scared. Number one, that the phone will not come back home. Or number two, that people will be looking at me. Like, I've not gotten it yet. So I'm really nervous about filming in public. What advice would you give to someone starting a YouTube channel? Well, take it from me. I'm just starting, and my advice would be just start. I don't know, you figure it out. But if you don't start, you cannot figure it out. You have higher chances of being successful if you start. If you don't start, then you cannot dream of any success. So let's move on to career and life goal questions. If I weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing? I mean, I'm still doing YouTube and I'm still doing every other thing. Thinking of more businesses to start, run, operate, working a 9 to 5, building relationships, working on my health, physical, mental, my appearance, my spiritual life, everything. I don't think is this or that, is this and that. What's the best career advice you've ever received? I think for me, the best career advice I've ever received, maybe not directly, but I've heard, is if you're afraid of starting because you think you'll be too old by the time you're done, or you're too old to start, the years will still go by and you'll still be back where you were. Like, it's like saying, I don't want to go to school because it's like a 4-year course. I'm already 30, and by the time I'm done, I'll be 34. Well, in 4 years, you will still be 34, but you will not have that degree if you don't go. So that's the best career advice I've got. I don't even know if it's career, but just motivational, but that's the best advice I've gotten, basically. So this light is dead. What kind of light is this? Relationships and friendships. Am I more of an introvert or extrovert? I am more of an introvert. Any day, anytime. I am extroverted with my friends. Don't get me wrong. Like, you might see me outside acting a fool, loud, happy, excited, and think, wow, she's so hyper. Well, it's just with my friends. First instance, I am not really an extrovert. Like, I like to be in my bed or under the covers watching a Netflix movie or a Disney movie. Anything that just requires my comfort. That's probably where I am. Like, I'm an introvert to the core. How do I handle conflicts in friendships? Relax. This can be a whole topic on its own. I'm not going to answer this question. Maybe we can make a video on this properly. But yeah. What's the best relationship advice you've ever received? I think it was even yesterday. It's not like it's advice. Again, it's like somebody was saying this about her situation and I picked it up. I can't have held myself and preserved myself this long to not just get into anything, to end up settling for something. And then I've also heard it on, I think Ezine Zara, she also said something about, if there's something you see that you don't like, don't bother going ahead, because eventually you feel like you just owe it to this person to settle down with them, and then that's how your life is slippery from you. So that's for me. And relationships, it's like, even with friendships, like, I'm not saying it like as if it's easy, don't get me wrong, but that is the mindset I think we should have. Like, don't end up settling after all this time of preserving yourself and saying, yeah, I want the best, and then not getting to the best because you got tired. Don't get tired. Don't wait. Don't relent. And also, God is in control. I think that is my motto for everything. Like, relationships, friendships, everything. I'm like, God is in control. He knows me more than I know myself. So if he knows like I need this thing, I'll have it. If I don't have it, then I probably don't need it. So am I. If you had to be in a reality show, which one would it be? What reality shows are there even? Do I even watch? It can never be Love is Blind, because girl, my love is not that blind. I don't want to act like I can fall in love with anything. Like, it's like cake. You understand? Icing is nice, but like, if the actual cake is not nice, I'm not going to lick icing. But yeah, so it cannot be Love is Blind. I don't watch Love Island, and it cannot even be Love Island. Big Brother. Can it be Big Brother? I feel like if I go on Big Brother, I'll just be very like, they'll be like, Jamaica, do something now, do something. And I'll just be there like, Please, though. So I don't think you can be Big Brother either. What other shows? Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I think the questions are pretty simple. Yeah, I think I can do that. The questions are pretty simple, in my opinion, and I can answer them. At least if it doesn't get too confusing. Like, no treasure hunt shows, or those ones that, what did you call that? Is it Guinness? No, I can't remember, but there was one that was very serious that people used to run and, you know, crawl under barrels, all those things. See, in C-School, I didn't even do any of that. So please, I can't do that for game. If your life was a movie, what would be the title? One chim at a time, man. Like, take it as it is. Whatever I see, you get. I have 2 more questions. So this one and last one. What is my guilty pleasure? Salted caramel ice cream. Okay, there are 2 scopes to this. If you mean like snack, on a snack level, salted caramel Häagen-Dazs ice cream with roasted and salted pecan nuts. That combination, just serve it to me on a platter like this, and I will indulge. Or pimple popping videos, extraction videos. That's the other scale. Like, yeah, it's either that or that. And the last question for today is, if I could have a superpower, what would it be? I wanted to say read minds, but I'm learning like I should not be able to dish what I cannot take, because if people are going to read my mind, I don't know, I feel like I will be too exposed. Because you know how sometimes you see something and you want to say something, but the Holy Spirit holds your tongue. Yeah, your mind has still thought it, but they have stopped you from saying it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person. You just had the thoughts. It's like the heart of man is desperately wicked. So we all know, like, we will think all these things. So I cannot say my superpower should be ability to read minds. No, I won't do that to anybody, because I won't like anybody to do that to me. I think it will be to get things done with a snap of my finger. I love having things done, but I don't really love the process of getting them done. For example, I clean my kitchen every day. That is a lot of work. I wish I could just like, I need to be like clean. What do you think? What do you think about my superpower? So if you've reached this point of the video, kindly put down here what you think your superpower would be if you were to have one. And maybe like why. Like, I want to be invisible, right? So I can go to my ex's house and pour all his dustbin in front of his house. Something like that, you know. Go crazy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed making it. I am enjoying this sit down videos, honestly. It's not hard, you know, it's not hard, and it's fun, you know, it's fun. Once you get over the fact that you're talking to yourself, talking to, you know, 2 holes in the camera and the phone, it's fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. And if there's anything else you'd like to know about me, because this one I did open it up to you guys, so you guys can ask me questions, and that might shape the kind of content that comes out more and more, and I would actually love that. Like, I think we would love that. That would be a very amazing symbiotic relationship. Yes, I did biology. I do study anything biological, further education, but basic education, I know symbiotics. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are still here, please remember to like, comment your superpower, share, and subscribe. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe so that we can reach our next goal of 150. Yeah, I've said it here now. Next goal is 150. I feel like that's even a small goal. Nothing is too hard for my God, man. I'm limiting God. 200. Yeah, so please subscribe so we can get to my next goal, and I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, because life's a journey, I'm taking it one chin at a time. Mwah.